Good afternoon. Today we will study about the third sort of an adverb. The third sort of the adverb is to-infinitive. Before we start to study about the definition of the to-infinitive, let's study about the origin of the word to-infinitive. The word to and infinitive have its own definition. The word to indicates one of the preposition to. The word infinitive indicates a word whose role is indefinite. The to-infinitive is introduced as a combination of two words, a preposition to and a root infinitive. The word root means that the infinitive has the same form with the root of a descriptive word. The root infinitive has the same form with the verb. Let's start to study about the to-infinitive from the definition. A to-infinitive consists of a preposition to, that is one of the fifth sort of the adverb, and the root infinitive to indicate the object of the preposition to, with the composition of the preposition to and the root infinitive as the object of the preposition to. We can think of the existence of the subject of the preposition to. The preposition is also a sort of the adverb. We will study about the preposition in the fifth order. The subject-object relationship mediated by a preposition, including the preposition to, is applied on the premise that the subject exists because the subject is indicated in the clause. The fact that the subject is indicated by an indicative word like a noun or a pronoun means that the subject exists. The preposition mediates the subject and the object. The subject starts the definition of the preposition and gives the definition to the object, just like the verb does. The definition of the word infinitive is named after the roles of the word, which are applicable both as an indication or a description. We agreed that the definition of the word infinitive signifies that the role of the word is indefinite. This description deals with the degree, about how indefinite the word is. The infinitive indicates the word that can function as an indication or a description. The role of the infinitive is indefinite before the infinitive is applied in a clause. The fact that the role of a word is indefinite, the word is an infinitive. With the proper arrangement in a clause, the role of the infinitive is determined. What about the other word? The word whose role is a noun. The word whose role is noun is introduced as a noun before it is applied in a clause. So when we search a word like a banana, we can find that the word banana and the role of the word banana as a noun. But the word as an infinitive, the different role with the description in a dictionary. The role of the infinitive is determined after it is applied in a clause. There are 3 clauses. The first clause, I like to drink a beverage, is to show the to-infinitive has the role of a noun. The to-infinitive indicates an action, and the action is the object of the transitive verb like. The second clause, he wonders about something to drink, is to describe that the to-infinitive has the role as an adjective. The to-infinitive describes an object indicated by an indefinite pronoun, something, with the action indicated by the indefinite pronoun something is described with indicated by the third clause, I am going to drink a beverage, is to describe that the to-infinitive is applied as an adverb to describe another description. The present participle as an adverb, going, describes the existence of the speaker as the subject. The present participle going describes the be verb, and the be verb describes the existence of the speaker as the subject. What about the to-infinitive, to drink? The phrase of the to-infinitive, to drink a beverage, describes the action indicated by the present participle as an adverb. So the to-infinitive describes the present participle, going. In this class, we will focus on the application of the to-infinitive as an adverb. So we can remind of the role of an adverb. The adverb describes the description. The descriptive word consists of a verb, a determiner, an adjective, and an adverb. So the to-infinitive that has the trait of an adverb also describes descriptive word. Let's study the role of the to-infinitive that has the trait of the adverb. The speaker applies the preposition to mediate the subject-object relationship between the subject and the object. That is a purpose, a reason, a result of the subject. or an experience, a condition, or an action whose cause is indefinite, so considered as a succession in a sequence of time later than the subject. These four roles of the to-infinitive that has the trait of the adverb comes from the definition of the preposition to. The definition of the preposition to describes the purpose of the subject. So the purpose of the subject is the object. So we will study about the relationship between the subject and the object that has the form of the root infinitive and indicates a purpose and a reason, a purpose and other objects to convey the similar intention. The first role of the to-infinitive that has the trait of the adverb is this: an experience, a condition, or an action as the purpose indicated by the to-infinitive is what the subject wants to make movement for with the internal motivation. This description is about the definition of the purpose. Let's think of the definition of the purpose. The purpose encourages the subject to actualize the object. The object is indicated by the root infinitive. Let's study about two clauses. The first clause is this: I eat a bowl of salad to stay healthy. There is a phrase of the to-infinitive, to stay healthy. We will study about the phrase of the to-infinitive, to stay healthy, is applied as an adverb in this clause. And the second clause is this: I am going to drink a beverage. We studied about this clause, the various role of the to-infinitive. We will study about the role of the to-infinitive with this clause. The second role of the to-infinitive that has the trait of the adverb is this: an experience, a condition, or an action as the reason indicated by the to-infinitive is what makes the subject move with the external motivation. We can think of the subject is prior to the object, because with the existence of the object, the subject makes a movement indicated by the root infinitive. There is a clause: I am happy to see you. This clause describes the condition of the speaker as the subject. So the condition of the speaker is described by the adjective happy. So the phrase of the to-infinitive, to see you, describes the reason why the speaker is in the condition described by the adjective happy, with the consideration of the relationship between the subject and the object as the reason of the subject. The condition of the speaker originates from the phrase of the to-infinitive, to see you. The speaker exists ahead of the action indicated by the root infinitive, see. The third role of the to-infinitive that has the trait of the adverb is this: an experience, a condition, or an action indicated by the to-infinitive signifies the result of the experience, condition, or action indicated by the verb. There are two clauses to signify the phrase of the to infinitive is the result of the description by the phrase of the verb in the second clause. So the first clause is a background to understand the second clause with the proper context. He majored in management at the university. He grew up to be an investor. With the consideration of the intention that the speaker wants to convey, the subject of the second clause is a condition described by the phrase of the intransitive verb grew up. The subject of the preposition to is also the subject of the intransitive verb grew. The subject, indicated by the personal pronoun he, makes the condition, indicated by the root infinitive be, happen as a result of the intransitive verb grew. The fact that the phrase of the to infinitive conveys the result of the definition of the other descriptive word is signified with the logical relationship with the prior context. The fourth role of the to infinitive that has the trait of the adverb is this. The speaker judges that an experience, a condition, or an action indicated by the to infinitive is not a coherent relationship as the cause of the experience, condition, or action indicated by the verb as the effect. Then the speaker signifies the to infinitive as a succession of the verb only clarified as the sequence of the time. We can understand the succession of the event. The speaker who analyzes a specific event can find the logical relationship of a cause and an effect. But the speaker who does not clarify the logical relationship, a cause or an effect, the speaker describes the as a succession of time. There are two clauses linked by a conjunctional adverb as. As time goes by, he grew up to be an investor. The fact that the phrase of the to infinitive to be an investor describes the definition of the verb grew to describe the condition of the subject in the second clause. The first clause conveys to understand. The speaker does not clarify the logical relationship between by the intransitive verb grew and the root infinitive be.